Hey, everybody. Happy Monday, friends. It's time for Gratitude Week this week. So I am live here in my studio in Pennsylvania. So if you are on, come on in and say hi. Let me know if you guys are here. Let's find comments. I was having a little bit of issue this morning, so hopefully this is working okay. Just of course, when you go live, it was like, no, I don't feel like it. It's Monday. I don't really want to. Maybe my computer didn't enjoy the time change. I don't know. But hopefully we're on, everything's working, and we can do some stamping together. So I'm just going to give a couple of seconds while everybody comes on. But if you're here, go ahead and say hi. Let me know. There, I see some friends on. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday, you guys. Oh, we've got some West Coasters. It's early for you guys. That time helps though, right? Do you have an extra hour today? I know some states don't participate in it, and I kind of wish maybe we were one of those states because while I enjoy having a little extra sleep, I do not enjoy it getting dark early. I just said this is like my seasonal depression era. I just feel like I want to go to bed at 6 o'clock. Like I just cannot stand having that dark so early. So, hey, friends. Hey, everybody. So, if you're new here, let me know. I see a lot of familiar names coming on. So, I'm Jody Brechbill, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and this is Gratitude Week. So, I am normally on YouTube on Mondays and YouTube and Facebook on Wednesdays. But periodically through the year, I do a whole entire week of creating. So this is it. This is kind of like customer appreciation. Thank you. We just had our achievements from Stampin' Up, our yearly achievements. And so when I see my name on there, I'm always so grateful to all of my Stampin' friends and my team who support me and help me keep doing what I love to do every single day. So anyway, I will be live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, except tomorrow. And I totally forgot that I have a class tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'm going to come on live after the class tomorrow. So hopefully the word will get out to everybody. If you come looking for me at 10 a.m., I will actually be here stamping in person with some of my local friends. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to say 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll come and do my live that day. So make sure you mark your calendar. Come and visit me. If you are not able to be live and you're catching the replay, just put replay in the comments so I can circle back around and say hello and thank you for coming and watching. So during Gratitude Week, every day this week, you want to make sure that you come on because I have got daily prize patrols. So we have a prize a day. And then I have a grand prize, which is going to be all of the projects that I made this week. Somebody's going to win all of them. So what else do we have? I have an adhesive sale. This is an exclusive sale just through me. So if you think that this is a Stampin' Up thing or you're wondering why you're not seeing any information about an adhesive sale, just me. So it is a buy 5, get 1 free mix and match adhesive sale. So you can get all of the same thing if you want, or you can mix and match depending on what it is that you need. And there is a little bit of trick to how this works, because if you're not local and you want to shop online, you can go ahead and order all of your 6 items. Now, remember, you're not going to see one of them come free, okay? Because Stampin' Up doesn't know this is what I'm doing. So you can go ahead and do your 6 item, and then I reimburse you ASAP so that, we'll talk about it. Whether it's PayPal, Venmo, I need to do a check, or if you're close to me, whatever works. But yeah, that's the way I have to do it when I run a special, because I can't, Stampin' Up does not get that. And so that is the adhesive sale. Now, if you're local to me, just message me and let me know. Or if you're not local and you want me to take care of everything, just message me and let me know. So if you want to shop online, let me go ahead and put that banner up here so that you can see, because there is a special host code that you need to use during this month, okay, to take advantage of the adhesive sale, to take advantage of a make and take offer that I have, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So that's my adhesive sale. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But it is buy 5, get 1 free, and it's mix and match. So whatever you choose, I do have a list of the adhesives that are available. So good morning, everyone. Hey, lots of friends joining us today. That extra hour made you guys get up early to come join me. So I love it. Then we have a special class offer. So All About Autumn. Need I say more? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The All About Autumn designer paper the 6x6 pack that had the realistic looking fall scenery and the pretty foil on the back. I'll show you here in a minute because it's over at my other station. That paper has been amazingly popular, selling in, selling out, I think like 4 or 5 times. And so I do have a special class focusing on All About Autumn. So you're going to get some of the DSP and you're going to get some gems. And then I'm going to show you the cards that you're going to get in that today. So that is a special offer only this week. So it's my gratitude week special offer. And the set I'm using is So Sincere, which I love. Now, we kind of created this class so that you could use any sentiment set, really. So if you don't have So Sincere, I am sure many of you have some sentiment sets at home. So I'm going to show you that class today, and I hope that you'll love it because I think it's really, really a fun class. And it is, I think, 6 projects. I normally do 4, but I think we're doing 5 or 6. We'll see what happens. I don't remember. I've been doing so much stamping, I can't remember what goes where. So let's go ahead and do the little flipperoo, and then we will get to stamping. Okay, hopefully you guys that we switched okay and everything looks pretty good. I'm seeing everybody on there. So I'll just see if we have another comment. Just let me know if everybody can see or hear okay. Looking good, looking good. All right. So here is the designer series paper. So Gratitude Week, we just talked about daily prize patrols, grand prize, which is all the projects I'm making this week. The So Sincere All About Autumn class, that link went out via email. So if you're on my email list, you got the link to that. It's posted on my social media and it's also in the description of this video. So if you want to check that out, I am offering $5 off of that class with promo code gratitude. So when you go through the registration, you'll see a little thing that says promo code. Type gratitude in there and it'll give you the discount on your class. So that's a little bit of a thank you from me since this is all about gratitude, right? So we're using, hold on a second. I have some messages coming in. We're using the All About Autumn paper. Now, this is not the entire pack. I have used it up. Like I went through it like it was water. I mean, so this is kind of what I have left, plus some little bits and pieces, but you will definitely get half a pack of that designer series paper, which is just gorge. And then of course we have the pretty shiny on the other side as well. So you will get half of the pack. So you're going to have a lot more than this. And then you're also going to get the gems, speckled gems, which we're going to use on this class today. And this is the stamp set that we're going to use, So Sincere. So this is actually in the holiday mini catalog, which is getting ready to retire soon, you guys. So if you did not see this one, sorry about my ring glare. If you did not see this one, check out the amazing sentiments on this one. Just a little bit of everything for us. And I love that. So we're going to use that one today. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, here was the adhesive sale we talked about too. So if you're just coming on, this is a special offer during Gratitude Week only. My special offer, it is not from Stampin' Up. Buy 5, get 1 free adhesive sale. It's mix and match. So you can choose which ones. If you want all the same, you need some seal refill, absolutely get all 6. But if you want to mix and match it and get some different things, you can. And this is just through me. So you can message me and I can take care of everything for you. But just a quick reminder that if you're shopping online, you have to use that host code, which is scrolling down below. And you're going to choose all 6 of your items. And then I'm reimbursing you because that's the only way I can do it when I'm when you shop on my online store. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okie dokie, artichokes. So we're going to do a fun fold here, a little something just a little bit different. And I'm going to try and see. I'm left-handed. Anybody else left-handed out there? I tend to put everything here because I'm lefty. But then I have this pile, like there's a wall right there. So I keep just putting everything to the left and I have this huge space over here to the right. So I'm going to try and retrain my brain to put things to the right. You guys who are left-handed know what I'm talking about. All right, let's hope we have enough adhesive. Oh, we're running low on that. I didn't restock, but that's okay. We're running low on pop dots. That's good, right? That means we've been creating. Now, I wonder where my gems are. Here we go. So I'm going to use the speckled gems. These guys, speckled dots, these guys had been sold out, actually are still sold out. So I've been loving up on these gems, but they are coming back in stock. So you will get these as soon as they come in. I'm going to order them for you guys. All right, so we're going to start off with some Moody Mauve, my childhood bedroom color. That's what I call this one. And we're going to fold that in half. This is 4 1/4 by 11. And then we need to do a little bit of trimming to make this fold. So this is kind of fun, right? It's a little different. I don't know if it has a name, but that's what we're going to make. So let's get our paper trimmer out here. And we're going to cut off. So we want our score line to be at 1 1/2. So we're going to cut off 1 1/2. Let me find where it went here. There's 1 1/2. So I'm having trouble today. My brain is not kicking in. That's never good, right? All right, so I put that at 1 1/2, and I'm going to trim this down. So I have this little top flappy here. Then I'm going to trim this one at 2 1/2. So this is the bottom flap, and then this piece is going to link them in the middle. Neato burrito, right? Oh, we have some fellow left-handers on there. Very fun. It was definitely fun growing up because I am lefty for very few. I'm ambidextrous, actually, so it always messed up my teachers. They did not quite know what to do with me. All right. So I took ahead of time some of that designer series paper. So I'm going to use the leaves here. Now I could have used that pattern, but I went with a little bit of a smaller one. But you know, dealer's choice. When you get this class, you can decide. Wake up, adhesive. Wakey, wakey. You can decide what patterns you want to use, because I'm not going to have your paper cut for you. You're going to have that half pack, and then you can decide what floats your boat. Okay, so now we have this piece here. It is actually the same size as the top. So we're going to add another strip of that designer series paper on the bottom. Right, now we're going to take a piece of the designer series paper, the leaves, and add that to this panel, which was actually the middle, right? So we're using all of our paper. Same size card and everything. We don't have any waste. So let's add this DSP to that layer. Of course, you're going to get a tutorial for this as well, which will have all the measurements for you. So don't worry about frantically writing down measurements. I've got you covered. A little bit of very vanilla. So I'm going to lay this in here. I'm not going to attach it down just yet. I'm going to kind of do my layout of how this is going to go together. So I'm going to use this long skinny sentiment right there and some Moody Mauve ink. And I'm just going to make sure I'm stamping so that nothing is getting cut off. And I thought, this is such a cute little sentiment here. Knowing you brings joy to my heart. Awesome. All right, now we can attach that to the inside. Good morning, friends who are just coming on. So glad everyone's joining me this morning for Gratitude Week. If in case you're just coming on, I was sharing that tomorrow I forgot I have a class at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so I will not be live tomorrow at 10. I will be live at after lunch, like 12:30 tomorrow. All right, so now what I need to do is only attach to this top right here and attach to the bottom right there. So I'm going to start off with my adhesive across the front. and put my card. Now, if you want it to be over here, so it kind of hides that vanilla, so you can do it two ways. I have a little peeky there, right there, but you can have it go right over to the edge and hide the vanilla piece. And that kind of is helpful if you have a bigger sentiment there and you kind of don't want it to get covered up. So I'm going to do one this way, and then I'll do the other, and then we have this one. All right. So now the easy thing to do is just add some adhesive here on the bottom flap and then lay this one down. So it's going to come nice and even. So sides match, bottom match. I just glued it to my ink pad, but that's all right. Rookie mistake. And we're just going to close it. Okay. So there is our card. I don't know what it's called, but that is my kind of a fun fold type thing. Then, of course, I added some of the gems. I'm not going to add the gems because I'm darn near out of them. I need to get some more. And so you can add those gems because they'll be in your class kit. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, I've got copper clay for this one, and we're going to go with the pumpkins and do a copper clay and basic black. I don't know if this one has a technique name either. I just trim it down, trim some of the paper so that it looks a little bit different. All right, so here's our pieces and parts. We've got a basic black base, so we'll fold that in half. Copper clay, and I embossed this one ahead of time with the exposed brick folder. So you can use either side. It really is up to you. Again, another dealer's choice. There is no right and wrong really when it comes to this. So I'm going to go, I think I want to go with this one. It kind of looks like the bricks are a little bit more towards me. So I'm going to go with that one. Hello, friends. I am so happy to see you guys. I hope you're excited for Gratitude Week this week. I have been thinking and planning about what I want to show you. All right, so there is our base layer. Now I've got this piece of black, and I went ahead and I cut my designer series paper, and then I just trimmed it into like 1-inch sections so that you see that little bit of black color through there. Now, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You totally could just put that DSP right on there. But then I thought it was kind of fun to have that little peeky right through there. So let's go ahead and add them. And you know what? I like the green glue for this one because then I can kind of move it a little bit. It just doesn't attach quite as quickly, so you can kind of shift it. Because I know some of you guys hate me when I do this, but I've got like the 1/8 borders. Like it's very thin. I know some of you guys don't like that. You'd rather have a 1/4 or a 1/2 inch, and that is okay too. You just trim your paper down a little smidgy more. Oh, it's so cool. I love that look. I love this paper. Somebody else just said they love this paper. Yes. All right, let's get our last one on here. And then we're going to take a new product that we have coming. And this is dun, 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 new ribbon. So this is an online exclusive. It is pecan pie, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you're from. Pecan pie ribbon. And this is an online exclusive. So some of the demonstrators have already gotten it because we had a pre-order. And if you didn't, you'll have the chance to get it as a customer November 7th. It's nice and like very flexible, kind of cottony. And then it has just that little bit of pecan stitching down through the center. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going to add that to the front of our card. And I don't want to cover up all of my pumpkins. So I think I'm going to kind of go a little bit lower here. And I'm just going to do a little dash, a dollop will do, of adhesive because I can tack that ribbon right to the back. I don't like to waste ribbon on the back because no one sees it. So I don't like to do that. Now I'm going to add some Pop-Tarts on here, or they may be known as Stampin' Dimensionals. Add a couple of those on there, and we'll add that to our card base, and then we'll do some Stampin'. I wanted to have a little bit of dimension on here, raised up off of that brick embossing folder. So therefore, Pop-Tarts. So we've got a couple things die cut here ahead of time. Now these will be done in your kit when you get it, because not everyone has access, right? So you'll have your leaves cut, you'll have your label cut, and these are from the Autumn Leaves dies. So we're going to do Hope Your Day is a Happy One. So I kind of thought in my mind this might be a good birthday, like a fall birthday card. So there's our label, and then we have these two cutie patooties right here. That is Cajun Craze and Pecan Pie, and I like to add those with snot dots, or some people call them glue dots. If you've been around hanging out with me long enough, you may call them snot dots too, and that's what my children called them when they were little, because they said they're like little boogers, especially if you get on your if you get them on your fingers, they kind of stick and peel. And so, yeah, that's how they came to be. When I started stamping, my son was 2. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Not when I started stamping. I started stamping before my daughter was even born, and she's the oldest. I joined Stampin' Up! When my son was 2, and he is 22. And I'm pretty sure he's the one that came up with Snot Dot. Sounds like him. If you know Junior, that sounds completely like something he would say. All right, that need to move over just a little bit. So I am going again with some more dimension. So I've got that on there, and I just did the little glue dots right behind there to add those guys. And then we'll take a little bit more of our ribbon and just slip it under here and tie a knot. Then, of course, you can add your gems. So I did the Cajun Craze gems on there, but like I said, I'm hoarding them because they're sold out at the moment. So I'm going to add them. I'll add them later when I shipment. They should be coming back in next week. So just in time for this class. So you should get them. You will get them in your class. Half a pack of the paper and the gems will come in your class kit. Okay. So there is card number 2. All right, rolling. Card number 3. Kind of the card that we always need but don't really feel like making, and that's kind of our sympathy or thinking of you cards for friends and family that are going through tougher times. All right, so we're switching from copper. Hold on. Yes, switching from copper clay to Cajun Craze. That had been a question that I heard a lot of, was, is there a big difference between the two? So I'm not sure. This is copper clay right here, one of the new in colors. This is Cajun Craze. So can you guys see the difference between the two of them? Almost very like terracotta-ish. This one a little more orangey, I would say. If we're going back in time, maybe not that far back, I don't know when the last time I bought a box of crayons, but I remember having burnt sienna in my Crayola box, and this color reminds me of that. All righty. Cut our DSP here. This is a very, very simple card. Isn't that gorgeous? That fall walk, I think it looks like. Just beautiful. Now, I did take a strip of the Cajun Craze and I embossed it with it's going to come to me, Distressed Tile. embossing folder, and we're just going to run that strip right down the edge. Now, when you get classes, you won't have these embossed. You can emboss them with whatever you have. And that was a request early on that I got from a lot of people and said, you know, sometimes I'm using these for my classes and I don't have what you're using. So can you not emboss? And I will do it with what I have. And so, yeah, absolutely. So these won't be embossed. You'll get them cut, but you emboss with whatever you feel. Now I'm sticking off just a tiny bit up top. So I'm going to trim that down just a smidge. That's all we need. Kind of even it up a bit and add that to my card base. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Gilt paper. I'm going to show you that one of the next cards coming up. I call this gilt paper, right? Because you have to put adhesive on one side. Like this one's pretty, but so is that one. And you feel a little guilty that you covered that up. I'm going to show you the next card is how we can have the best of both worlds. The Hannah Montana card. I'm showing the age of my children. All right. So we have that right there, almost like a little faux book binding. You know, the ones that we do the score and just have it flip open, almost a little like that. So let's stamp our sentiment. Got some Cajun Craze. And this is another label that comes from the Autumn Leaves designer series. No, Autumn Leaves Dies. So we're going to do your In My Heart and Prayers. I need some re-ink on that one. That ink pad needs some juice. Now let's take this little strip of paper here and I'm going to run that across the front. Just like a little bridge across there. And then we can add our sentiment with some dimensionals. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are loving these cards. I think they're so pretty. Okay, there we go. I have it kind of lined up in the center. And then I took a leaf cut with the oxidized paper. That's in the holiday mini with the autumn collection. And so I die cut that out and we're just going to add that right here, a little falling leaf. And then I added a couple of the gems right there. So there is card number 3. All right, coming up, card number 4. Okay, we need an ink pad that does not seem to be here. Got to go on a recon mission. Hold, please. Found it. Uh-oh. Sugar booger. I'm missing 2 pieces of paper. They're kind of important. I might have to leave you guys to go cut these. I thought I was so prepared. All right, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought I was all prepared because I got everything cut last night. And I need to trim this down. What size are you? Do a little measure. How about 3 1/4? Maybe a little bit more than that, but that's okay. It's going to work for now. I can always trim it. Trim down what I need. Okay, now this is the one that I was telling you about that helps you not feel so guilty about covering up that pretty designer series paper. So we've got a little bit of gray granite. This is one I don't pull out very often, but it works so well with this layout here. So we've got our card here, and we're going to take and cut off a big chunk of this front. So almost we're going to have it be, the little flap on the front is going to only be about 1 inch. So get that lined up there. Trim that down. Now this piece we're not going to use, so you can use that for something else, but we have this little bit on the front. I'm going to take a smidgy of adhesive and do on the middle and add a little strip of pebbled path. Doesn't need to be much. I think I cut it maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. Just a tiny little bit. Now I have got my designer series paper, and I have that cut to the exact size of the front. So all I need to do is lay it in here, and I'm going to close that flap. So I have this one, looks like a sweater, I think, or maybe a big comfy throw. Perfect for the upcoming colder weather. So we're just going to line this right up inside here. Come on, work with me. And close that flap. Okay, so that is now your card, but look at Linda, the inside. You don't have to cover up both sides. Isn't that beautiful? Okie dokie. So now we've got some very vanilla. We're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm going with a thank you one since we have gratitude week. We are going to have a thankful card. And then I'm going to take the veins of this leaf from the autumn. I do want a little scrap paper though. I usually have one laying here, but I bet it got thrown. Oh, no, found it. Here's a scrap paper. So we're going to take the veins, add some pebbled path, and stamp them onto the one I cut out. This is cut out with gray granite from the autumn leaves. So I use those dies quite often. Now, if you don't have this one, no worry. You can have a plain one. No problema. So we've got that leaf. We've got 2 little Cajun craze leaves. We're going to add these 2 pieces together. But before you do that, oh, look, I must have ink on my thumb. Got a smudge. I'm going to trim that down just a bit. No worries, because that's going to get covered up with a big fat leaf. So problem solved. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, right there. I'm sure you all have never had that happen, right? Never, ever, ever. All right, how are you going to fit on here? You're going to be a little bit longer than we're supposed to. So I'm going to talk myself through this, kids. We're going to line you up right here. There we go. Add this to our card. So now I can flip that over, and I do have a little bit. I heard some of you guys might be saying, you've never experienced ink on the fingers. Trim that down. And now it's time to add the pretty leaves. So I think some dimensionals are perfect. I think that's called for. Yeah, I am bad because I have to, I wipe my hands on my pants very often. I usually always just have black pants on, black yoga pants. And so there's times when I'm like, oh, don't you have different colored pants on? So you need to be careful, because I just automatically wipe the ink on my pants. And that's a bad habit to get into, I do think. All right, add our pretty little Cajun craze for a pop of color. And there's card number 2 with the pretty inside. And so I added some of those gems on there as well. All right, we got one more. Don't leave. I'm missing a stamp here. Where did I put this stamp? There we are. Okay, this is a very pretty, very easy card. So where did I lost count? Is this 5, right? So this is a 5 card class. Plus you'll get envelopes with it. Bone folder. No, there we are. So we've got Very Vanilla. And Pretty Peacock and Pecan Pie. Who would have put those colors together? Gorgeous. So this one's embossed ahead of time as well with the detailed tile. Loving, loving, loving this embossing folder. And it's another one that you could do either side. So whatever you're feeling. So we're going to add that to our Pretty Peacock layer and add that to our card. This one I did quarters for the layers, so don't worry if you have trouble with the 1/8. I only did that on a couple of them. All right, so then I just took some of my scrap. So these were just laying around, so I just trimmed them down, and we're going to add them willy-nilly. That's what this is called. That's the technical term for putting these scrap pieces on. All right, willy-nilly them up. And I'm going to have you go a little bit straighter, I do believe, which is not quite as willy-nilly as I said, but and I don't want you coming off the edge. I'm making it a little bit more difficult than it should be, people. All right, now I'm happy. I can only be so willy-nilly. And then I'm like, no, straighten her up a little bit. Dies again with the autumn leaves. So I cut out these cute little leaves. So there is Cajun and Pretty Peacock. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on this one in Pretty Peacock as well. And do a little punch time. Modern label punch, retro. I just grabbed some scrap, and I'm betting it is, maybe we got to go that way. My scrap is a little bit too small. So we're going to have a do-over. Rewind. Pretend that didn't happen. Now we're cooking. So as you guys can see, this class lends itself super well to using any sentiments that you already have at home. And that's kind of fun because you can get the guts part, right? The guts of the class, and then use whatever you've got. But I do really, really, really like the So Sincere stamp set. I think it's a great one. I don't know if it'll carry over or not when we go into the next catalog. We'll have to see, I guess. So I added that sentiment with some dimensionals, and then of course we're going to grab those little more dimensionals and add our leaves on here. You can willy-nilly those guys. I think I'm going to go here. And there we go. So then of course you can sprinkle some of your gems on there. Look at that shine. I love it. Now I was going to show you this class was not created with the So Sincere in mind. So this card has a little bit of a secret, and I just did it like this. So I was thinking I wanted to do kind of some thank you cards, some gratitude cards. And this was the one that I came up with. And I was like, oh, let's do it with the So Sincere. And so I just slid that down on top of there. So that's my secret. Now you know. Cute, right? So let's take a look at these guys again. This is the All About Autumn class, only available this week during Gratitude Week. You get everything to make all 5 of the cards. You're going to get half a pack of the All About Autumn paper. You're going to get a pack of the gems. You'll get the tutorial that has all the cutting instructions and all that good stuff and everything, card parts and all that good stuff. Okay, so you can check it out. The description, the registration is in the description of this video. It also went out via email, and you can also find it on my social media channels. So hopefully you guys love it. I'm going to include envelopes in that too. And yeah, so it ends on Sunday. The 12th is the last day to get this one. Now, tomorrow I will be live at 12:30. Okay, I said 10 a.m. Eastern every day. Oh, we forgot something. All right, that's my reminder. 10 a.m. Eastern every day except tomorrow. I forgot I have a class. So I have some girls coming to stamp with me in the morning. And so I'm going to come live and do Gratitude Week at 12:30 tomorrow. So if you come back and you're lost and you're like, where the heck is she? I didn't forget. I'm going to be live at 12:30, but then after that, every day at 10 a.m. Okay, so don't forget, we have a prize. So let me grab it. All right, don't forget my adhesive sale is going on right now. That ends on the 12th as well. So if you want to take advantage, message me and let me know, or you can shop online, and you'll have to get all of your items online at the same time, and then I reimburse you for your free one. All right, so Prize Patrol, every day you want to come, make sure you're liking, loving, commenting, and if you share, you get extra tickets into Prize Patrol. So every day I have a prize. Today's prize is, speaking of the distressed tile embossing folder that we love today, I'm going to give one away. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I do have a daily prize, but I'm going to announce it at the end. That gives people time who are working or not available, that they can come back and rewatch and get entered to win. So check every day and I'll show you what the daily prize is, but then I'll announce it at the end. Also, somebody is winning all of the projects from this entire week. So that's the grand prize. All right, my beautiful friends, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, no, I want to share one other thing with you guys. I do have, so this is Gratitude Week class only available for this week, but my normal monthly Creative Escape was released today. So this is in your inboxes as well. And I used the Merry, Bold, and Bright designer paper, and I loved on it hard. So this is what I have left, but you're going to get half a pack of this. And I know many of you said you weren't really sure about the bold, bright colors, but let me see if I don't change your mind with this fun class. So half a pack of the Merry, Bold, and Bright DSP, which we're going to use for more all occasion cards. Okay, there's the one side. Here's the other. And this is using throughout the year. Okay, that's the stamp set. And let's see, do I have it here? I should. Okay, this is the stamp set that I'm using. Again, another sentiment set. So you could add your own sentiment, or you can grab this one. It's got a little bit of everything that gets you the whole way through the year. So you're going to get half a pack of the paper. You're going to get these very cool metallic-y discs, this gorgeous iridescent ribbon, and then here are the cards. Now, normally I do 4. You guys are getting 6 cards, 2 of each, because I couldn't stop playing with this paper. So see if this does not change your mind on that paper. It's not my norm, I know, but I was like, oh, this was really a lot of fun. So you're going to get everything you need to make 2 of every single card. Oh, little Valentine, isn't that cute? And then we have this one. I kind of was thinking maybe this will be a masculine-ish birthday with Mr. Bear, Black Bear, not Polar Bear. Of course, a Christmas, and then a New Year's. So that class is open now. I'll also put that link in the video whenever we're done here. But check your email. If you're on my email list, that information came out, and this is available now through the 15th. But I wanted to show you that right now. Okay, my friends, now I need to go because I have to go take my dog for a walk. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. See you tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time. Bye, friends.